The White House today strongly condemned a wave of 16 coordinated bombings across Baghdad today that left at least 69 people dead and 169 injured. The Obama administration says the violence will not derail Iraq's progress, but the massive bombings have stoked new fears of a spike in sectarian violence in the wake of the last U.S. combat forces leaving Iraq just last week. Retired U.S. Army Colonel Jack Jacobs is an Msnbc military analyst and recipient of the Medal of Honor. Colonel, always good to have you here when we have situations like this. So these explosions, these coordinated attacks, are you surprised by what you're hearing, what you're learning today?
No, I don't think anybody else was either. You know, there's been a related series of events. We leave formally. I mean, we've been leaving for a long, long time. Then al-Maliki decides that he's not going to share power anymore. And then, not surprisingly, al-Qaeda in Iraq, the Sunni, and everybody else who wants to explodes bombs. And it's going to continue. Sectarian violence is just beginning, quite frankly. And this is not a one little point. It's going to be a whole graph of those.
Colonel, at what point does it become so concerning, though, for the Obama administration that they may start talking about, if they haven't already, about returning boots on the ground there?
Well, we always have a plan to put boots on the ground in a lot of different places. We have plans to respond to all kinds of attacks and all sorts of contingencies everywhere around the world. But this is an election year. The President of the United States has made a big deal out of getting out of the Southwest Asia, and I would be astonished if we send lots more. If we have another surge like we had last, I'll be astonished if we have another one.
All right, so you've commanded troops, obviously, in the past here. There are 16,000 U.S. troops on the ground there in Iraq right now. Would you be concerned about them in this situation where we're seeing so many coordinated attacks at a single time?
Well, all of our uniformed troops have left. So what we've got left here are contractors, by and large. We do have some Marines who are in the green zone who are guarding the embassy. By the way, largest American embassy anywhere in the world. Sit on 102 acres in the middle of Baghdad. Yeah, we're very much concerned about it. We're just going to have to get much better at intelligence, and we're not there yet.
You know, one of the items that kept the Sunni Arabs, the minority there, at least satisfied for a moment, was the vote. That kept them from violence. They were behind, it has been said, the large insurgency that the Americans were facing years back. Now going forth, what will satisfy those insurgents?
I think nothing, other than power sharing and a bigger say in what goes on than they've got now, and quite frankly, a bigger say in what goes on than what they're going to have. Al-Maliki and the Shia are serious. I think the Sunni are out, and they're going to stay out. And not only that, they don't have any access to oil, the money for oil, like the Kurds do in the north, the Shia do in the south. No, I think the Sunni they're going to keep making things very, very difficult for al-Maliki, and so are al-Qaeda in Iraq. I think things are going to get worse before they get better.
Add in al-Maliki's number 2 is fighting with his number 1, or al-Maliki himself.
Yeah, palace politics on top of that. Yeah, bad news all the way around.
All right, Colonel Jack Jacobs, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All righty.